So just go and sit down. Okay, so you're welcome to the class of creativity and design. For those of you who are in space, I'm Oluwole Aboyade. You are here at Government University. We're in the class of creativity and design. And today we're going to start with cyber security for the entrepreneur. We're going to start with cyber security for the entrepreneur. The reason why we have to talk about cyber security for the entrepreneur is because of intellectual property protection and also because of monetization. And you don't want legal issues with what you do. So today we're going to talk about educating the business, educating the entrepreneur, and of course if you go on the internet, you will see a lot of topics related to cyber security. But for the entrepreneur, cyber security is a topic you must understand and you must be able to understand how it works. Cyber security is crucial for entrepreneurs who increasingly rely on digital platforms. That means if you have a digital device, like a computer, a camera, you can film this class and have the video for your archives. Now, if you have that video for your archives and you post on the internet and somebody steals the video to go and do propaganda, to go and do a crime, those are part of the cyber security issues, okay? And they are also part of intellectual property protection. So cyber security you need to understand for the entrepreneur. Now, why cyber security is important for entrepreneurs? It's important for you to understand cyber security because it can help you prevent financial loss, it can help you save time and money, the reputation of your image, of your business can be saved if you understand cyber security. Compliance is also something that cyber security will do for the entrepreneur, business continuity, data protection, and so on. So those are some of the advantages of understanding cyber security. Implementing strong security measures starts with you. Start from the very process of your creative process. From the way you start to create your product and your services, from the name you give your product, from how you work your workflow, from how you design your workflow to be able to get you the product and services, your cyber security starts from you, not from the internet. Okay? So if you don't name your videos, you don't name your images, if you don't name what you do on the internet, if you are not using consistent name on your creation, like me, I have my own, using my last name always, Aboyade, Oluwole Aboyade. I stick with the same name in everything that I do. That's because of cyber security and intellectual property. Now if you move further, you will see that cyber security also in today's world relates to the computation, the software world, the application world, and so on. And we know that entrepreneurs use application a lot. You use social media and so on. So you have to know how to protect your image, your products, your services on the internet. And you can see some of the things related to cyber security over here. So we're going to look at some best practice. Cyber security has become a crucial concern for any business, as it impacts everything from day-to-day operation to the long-term success of any company. And that is true. And you can see that according to a report by the Australian Cybersecurity Center in 2022-2023 financial year, 46,000. You know, the average cost of cybercrime for small business goes to $46,000. That's a lot of money in Nigeria. When you talk about Naira, even in the US, that's a lot of money. Even in Australia, that's a lot of money. But let's look at what they have on the internet space, and you can see that 8 cyber security practices to keep your small business secure. First, you have to do multi-factor authentication. Like if you open your Meta or your Facebook, there's the 2-factor authentication. That is because of cyber security that they do that. Train your employees to understand workflow. When they do videos, when they create products and services, they must know what to call them and call them something that will allow you to have the memory of what you do and what you have done. Keep your software up to date by making sure that you have the license for the software that you are using. If you are using application, make sure that those applications are not pirated applications. Then use a VPN. That's for those of you who browse the internet. You might want to use some sort of private browsing your upload and download. Use antivirus. You have to be very careful with antivirus because most of the antivirus are actually virus. So you must be smart about that. Okay? Evaluate potential risk. You need to get the knowledge of somebody who is a computer guru that you trust. Okay? That can help you look at your system or your data center or so on, which I call the memory bank. Use a strong password policy. Always use the same password that you can remember. Archive the password somewhere in case you forget or you have memory loss. You can always retrieve the password. Always keep a backup. Yes, I have a hard drive for my computer. If my computer crashes, I have a hard drive. If my hard drive crashes, I have YouTube. If YouTube crashes, I have Facebook. If Facebook crashes, I have Instagram. If Instagram crashes, I have my Facebook. And I divide the Facebook and beat all of them back to life. So now you can see cybersecurity tips for small business. And that's those are the things you need to understand about that. Train your employees about cybersecurity and keep your software up to date. Also, we're going to quickly just look at this. Look at some of what are the common cyber attacks that small businesses face. Sometimes you get text messages. Like I got a text message with my UBA account. Somebody sent me a text message. Oh, we are updating our software, our banking system. And when I went to UBA, there was no text like that from other UBA users. So you can see that somebody hacked my UBA account and I'll be dealing with them as time goes on. Also, as you can see now, I've turned to the attack to a subject in my class of creativity and design. As to UBA that is watching your Facebook, you must go and turn your app over there as UBA. So now you can see that phishing is another one when you use Wi-Fi. When you use open Wi-Fi, understand that once you connect to any Wi-Fi, they can access the content on your phone. Okay? Ransomware, password hacking, malware, and so on. So those are common attacks, and you have to be very, very careful. When you download videos and you download content, especially porn sites, remember porn sites that are free, they are hackers. So whatever you are doing, you must understand that reality. So, and understanding the reality that a porn site is an hacking site will help you to overcome that site. That you have to have that common sense. You must know that nothing is free on the internet. That's just the truth about it. Okay? And you guys must have the awareness of that. So let's look at this one also. The impact of cyber attacks on small businesses. You can see, even if this is the most common result of an attack, some other potential consequences could be legal penalties, financial loss, operational disruption, loss of sensitive information. Like my ATM was hacked, my GTB and my UBA was hacked. And what I did as an intelligence person that has superiority, I took the UBA ATM and the GTB ATM and I archived it in my freezer. Because I know that for the attacker to send me another message, the message must pass through space. And freezer is a space. So I will one day open my freezer and I will be shocked at what I have in my archive. I don't know.
It's EPS.
Yes, yes.
Are you supposed to be looking at the screen?
Yes.
So why are you looking at your laptops?
No, they are looking at it, they are just taking notes.
They are taking
Yes,
notes.
it's permitted.
What level are they?
We're doing cybersecurity, so it's
yeah, they are still looking
yes.
at
Yeah, we're doing cybersecurity, so it's yeah. And they have to do practical.
So cybersecurity, you use
no, for this one, the cybersecurity is how to protect their website if they are selling products.
Okay.
You have to teach them how to protect their website or their Facebook before they can sell products. So we're going to create some work here.
Okay.
Yeah, for the practical. But they have to learn this one, which is cybersecurity for entrepreneurs. How they can protect themselves. The impact of cyber attacks on small business and entrepreneurs.
Can I get some contact? Can I get some contact?
I don't have contact. Go to them at the
don't worry, I'm a staff here.
Go to them there. I don't have, my phone is working. We're filling the class.
Thank you.
I don't have anything on me now. Go to them over there and they'll give you. Go to the office.
No, but we don't need to go to the office to do this. Before you do this.
Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm recording, I'm doing it live. Oh, yeah. Everything you're doing is on. I will carry this, but it's okay. So that is part of cybersecurity in the real world where you see that God we had that experience, but you can see how things work. In the real world, you are going to have this reality of experiences. So it was good for those of you who are in space. I think that's a very, very good event. So we're talking about cybersecurity for entrepreneurs. So you must make sure that you understand how cybersecurity works. Now we have final words, and the final word is for a small business. People can come in all manner of shape. You can see that when she came in, I don't know who she is. She did not introduce herself. And I told her, if you want something about me, go to what? Go to the office. They did not tell me. See, the cybersecurity starts from me. If I give her my phone number, what if she can send me a text message that I don't like with my phone number? So what did I do? I told her, go to the office. And the minute I said, grab the camera, she ran out. Oh, yeah. So, you see the reality in the class. And this is going to the internet, to Facebook, YouTube. It will be there forever. Because I already told you, we have a camera in class. That's why you see the CCTV camera everywhere. On the road, if you are going to Lagos, you see the road signals, they have cameras, to record what's going on. So today, we talked about cybersecurity for small business. If you understand cybersecurity, it will help you to prevent losses. It will also help you to combat identity theft. Guys, look at this. Business interruption. We just had business interruption live in the video creation. So you can see reputation damage, proprietary information theft, adverse software repair, litigation fees, contract loss, and so on. So you must be conscious of that. When people talk to you, you must have the ability to understand the reality. Don't let people bully you. There are some people that can dress like a police officer and come to this class and say, hey, Mr. Man, stop your class. This thing. They can do that. Fair people can do that. Yes. U.S. government encourage people they call secret service to do those kind of crimes. But it backfired. And when it backfired, the American economy is experiencing unrest now. Because when you promote propaganda will breed more propaganda. And you must cease away from that. Propaganda is a form of cybersecurity. So now you can see information security, application security, will help you to internet security, network security are very good for you to understand when you're dealing with cybersecurity. And you also can read more about it. And if you have a friend in the cybersecurity world that has broad knowledge in the information engineering department here, you can talk to them. They will help you to protect your website and your applications. So let's go to our practical for today. We're going to review our work for last week. And also, we did legal line last week. Today we are doing legal line. So for our legal line last week, we're going to just one moment here. Guys, for our legal line last week, this is what you did. There was a group of students that they did the belt last week, and you can see what she did. And you see, you guys did the shoe. That's the shoe there. And you can see the girls that did the bike, and the guys did the shoes at the back there. I posted it on Facebook already, and you can see that. I love the bike. See, your belt came out nice. And you see how it matches with what they did. It's a prototype, but people applauded it. A lot of people applauded it. It's not perfect. We're not looking for perfection at the beginning. We are looking for the idea becoming a reality before we move to perfection. Okay? But that's good. And you can see now, when you create something like this and you go gradually, you will be able to see those who are anti-creation. They will pop up, but they can never stop creation. That's the purpose. And you can see the work. And I'm sure there's no other discipline in Covenant University that does belt, shoe, and bag at the same time. It does not exist. Do they do it? They don't do it, I mean. They don't do it, I mean. So we did that. Look at this belt. The girls did this belt, and that was good. That's what we do. Okay? So I can see what they did with that. So today we're going to Ludo Leg. And in our Ludo Leg, I think let me just go quickly. Let me switch to the Ludo leg I already have here. The Ludo leg I'm going to go to. So I'll go to, let's go to my Ludo leg here. So in the Ludo leg, we're breaking into 2 groups. And in 2 groups, we're going to, okay guys, so you can see we're going to go to Ludo leg, okay? It's called game creation, Ludo leg. You can see we're going to be talking about the design, the naming, the framing, and so on. And the process is already here, and we'll look at that process. So for the Ludo leg, what we're going to do in class today is that the process is already here. We are going to break into 2 groups, and you can see the Ludo here. See the Ludo here, we're going to break into 2 groups, and we're going to do the creation, the pattern creation, the design, the beautification, and the packaging. So I'm going to turn on the camera as we start. Okay? So that was good. We had so for our Ludo lane, we're going to be doing this here today, and this is the process we're going to follow today. Okay, now I'm Oluwole Aboyade.